We can. Hey, look, I fixed it.
Okay, I'm gonna check this out on yours because
I just had to, I had my no rotating thing on. There we go.
there you go. You're live.
I'm live.
She's live. Yay! Okay, so while
We did it.
so I need to start a watch party.
Yeah. Look, you're watching.
Okay. So,
All right.
I don't know how to do it.
You do too.
I don't. It's not working. Hey everyone, I'm Pamela Mulholland, Transaction Coordinator, and this is, ta-da!
Bree Hunter, BH Photography.
And we're winging it weekly, and it's Friday again, and we're getting started a little bit late. And hey, Michelle, and the bottom line is I can't see that far. Rose Maria. Anyway, hi guys. So we've had a really interesting week, and Bree right now is trying to figure out how to do a watch party on my phone because the quality of her phone is way better than mine. So she's going live today, and she's going to start the watch party right there. Hey, right there.
You can start in different groups.
Oh, can you? Can you start it in multiple groups?
I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting. Anyway, so when Bree is done there, you done?
Done.
You started it?
Okay, we can hang out now.
Anyway, I'm Pamela Mulholland, Transaction Coordinator, and you are
Bree Hunter, BH Photography.
and we are winging it weekly. So, how's your week been?
It's been very exciting and eventful and amazing.
Anything you'd like to
Perfect.
share?
No.
Nothing you'd
no,
like
I'm
to
sure
share?
there's something.
And that's it, folks. Bye.
You know what? Yesterday, you were there for this, but I'm going to tell you anyways.
I was?
Yeah. I did something that I'm not comfortable doing at all.
Oh, I missed it.
You did.
I was doing a live while you were doing what you were doing, and I was
Thank
gearing
goodness.
everybody up to going in to listen to you. And when
And
I
then
walked in,
I was
you were
already
like, "Okay,
done."
that's me. I'm done." I'm like, "What? I missed it."
Yeah. But I think it was a good start for me
Hey, Juan Carlos.
to get more comfortable in...
Well, you want to share what it was?
Oh yeah, speaking. So we had our mastermind group yesterday, and
Oh, it was awesome.
it was really good. In one of our meetings, I had suggested that maybe we should bring in personal development, and of course everyone
Jumped on it.
and was like, Bree's taking over personal development, and I don't have any experience speaking, and what little I do, it's like very rushed. And as you saw last night, I was done.
No, I
before
didn't
you
see
even...
it. I was out of the room. I was out of the room. I didn't see
But I
it.
think it went over well. Everyone seemed really, they were on board.
I don't know what you talked. Well,
Oh,
I
so
don't
I'm
know what
gonna
you
do it
said.
again?
Yeah. Well, what was your topic? What did you bring in? What show and tell piece did you bring in with you?
I did bring something in with me, but I did not read it because that would have been even more torturous for me.
You didn't even read it?
I didn't. No.
It's a long
That's
book
why I
to read.
posted it.
It's a long book to read. She did. You
I
posted about it.
so go check it out. But it's the places you'll go.
Bye.
Dr. Seuss,
Which is a
children's book,
which is very insightful.
and it's very applicable to like adult life.
It is. I was when you
It's
said
like
it was
setting
like, wow.
kids up for the way life is going to go.
Yep. Telling them that you're going to have challenges, you're going to have roadblocks, you're going to fall and
You're going to
really
not
fail.
know where you're going. Yep, you're going to be alone.
Yeah.
You're going to be just waiting on, for so many
This is
things
so
in your life.
depressing.
It is
so
but it's,
depressing.
I like the first time I read it to my kids as an adult, I was blown away, and I was like, holy crap, like this is my life. So it was really neat.
It is. Well, I'm just sorry that I missed it.
Yeah. Well,
But,
I really didn't talk about
um,
that. I just said, I was like, well, this is what I jokingly said I was going to talk about, but we're not. And I suggested that everyone read it because I don't speak. And then I said, hey, maybe we should share motivational quotes.
She doesn't speak, but yet she's on here speaking to the masses about anything that happens to come up. So she
There's
does
15
speak.
people watching us.
So
There were
she
10
does.
people last night.
So she does speak.
Yeah,
She
well,
has-
okay, and that's the thing too, is like, I was so uncomfortable doing that last night, but I was
Yeah.
also so uncomfortable doing this when we started. And I'm getting
We're getting better.
better.
We're getting better
So that's
at
the
it.
goal.
Yeah. Yeah, we are getting better at it.
So
Well-
everyone next week is gonna bring a quote that speaks to them and share it, and we're gonna, talk about it for a little bit. And we're also gonna start reading a book.
As well, David Weldon. Hey, David. Hey, Chris. David says the book PET
Is one of those?
is one of those books.
Is it about a pet?
Parent effectiveness training.
Oh,
It's a great sales manual if you can
Okay.
get children to do what you want. If I could get my kids, David, to do what I wanted, I would be so happy, right? You too?
my life would be so much easier
Gosh,
if we
my life would be
just
heaven.
peace.
Well, yeah, because the what's the word? The journey through this week for me has been like being on the highway to hell.
you've had a long week when you call it a journey. It's
was
not
a
just
journey.
a week; it's a journey.
It was a journey this week, and I was definitely not headed for the pearly gates. Let's put it that way. It was a challenge. Work was awesome. Work was great. I got some new clients. I dealt with some interesting things. But wow.
Yeah.
I have a lot going on in my world.
What's
And
going on in your world,
Well,
Pam?
no, I mean, there's just, as a single mom, here we go back to that whole single mom thing. And I say it as a single mom thing because that's all I know. Well, it's all I've known
Yeah.
for a lot of years as a single mom.
I think single fathers,
Single dads too.
yeah,
Single dads too. But
some of them.
I don't know, it's just been some of them. Shout out to the ones that I know.
Yeah. Shout out
I know a
to
couple. I actually know a couple of single dads that really pull bunnies out of a hat. So,
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just been a super challenging week. Kids, work, ex-husband,
It happens.
all that kind of stuff. But one good thing is that Emily joined the gym.
Yeah, you told me
joined the
that
gym,
this morning.
the
I think that's
17-year-old.
going to be great for her.
It is
mentally.
great. It is great for her, and she couldn't get out of bed this morning.
That's helpful, right? You don't even have to ground her. She can't go anywhere.
She's supposed to go to school. And she goes, Mom, can I have ice? And I said, ice is not gonna work for you with sore muscles.
Oh,
Or
no.
maybe, well, when you're talking about the whole legs and your arms and your abs,
Ice would not help me
Yeah.
right now.
No.
So I went for a run. I thought it would help me.
this morning, why'd you do that? Who runs?
And I went 3 miles, which is more than I normally do, too. I just didn't want, once you get going, when I get going, I'm like, I don't want to stop. I want to push further, even if my legs are like,
Crazy.
Bree,
Who does
you're
that?
not prepped for this at all.
No.
So I'm standing there getting ready to come here, and all of a sudden my toe just goes like to the side, and I get a massive Charlie horse in my foot, and I was like, Bree.
Oh, at least it didn't separate from the rest of your, you didn't break it.
No,
I'll have a story for that.
it tried to though. It hurt so bad.
I have a story for that.
So I drank some water and had a banana. What's your story?
And magnesium. You should take magnesium as well for cramps.
Okay.
Story about a toe going from the rest of your body.
Did you break it?
So no, I didn't. No, these things don't happen to me. They just happen to everybody that I know. I've never had anything bad like that happen. I've never broken anything. I've never done drugs.
Me neither. I've never broken anything.
All right. So in that one.
Oh no.
And
My phone
what
is
happened? Your phone fell.
relocating. Okay.
Relocating. So
Sorry,
Okay,
guys.
move on. So when I was about
Good enough.
18, I dated a guy, and so I used to stay overnight at his parents' house, and we'd, on the weekends and stuff. And he came out of his room one night, and all I heard from the guest, I really was in the guest bedroom.
Wow.
And all I heard was this, what that blah, thing, the whole shebang. And he walked out of his bedroom, kicked the box that was sitting right outside his bedroom door, packed full of books or something,
No.
and his baby toe just completely went out at a 90-degree angle to the rest of his foot. What do you think I did?
I would freak out.
I laughed my backside off. I thought it was hilarious. Well, it didn't happen to me, did it? I thought it was hilarious. He didn't
I
find it so
probably
funny.
would too.
Well, he didn't find
But I
it
would be
funny
really
or
grossed
that I was
out.
laughing. He didn't find that funny either. I thought that just made it even funnier. And that's my whole life. I just laugh at everything.
I do too.
So I thought that was hilarious. So if you're that friend who's really waiting for me to give you sympathy and all
It's
you
not
poor
coming.
thing, it is not coming.
No, I don't really
No.
give that much either. I have
No.
to really care about someone to give them sympathy. Or, like,
Even
actually... I mean, them
an
have a
awkward
legit reason.
Yeah, no. My kids hurt themselves. I'll ask them, is your arm attached?
Most of the time,
Is your arm
they're
still
fine.
attached? They're fine.
And
They're
sometimes 89% of the time they deserved it. So.
Oh, Kevin Feely is texting me. So Kevin's from Lazy Cow Media,
Oh yeah.
and he wants me to talk about social media. He's a social media whiz, but I can't talk to him right now because I'm online.
We're live, Pam.
We
Off
are
your
live.
phone.
No, because David's asking another. David, I can't. I'm gonna have to read that later. David, he's talking about the book,
Oh, cool.
pet book,
Yeah, we'll check it out.
and he sent a link for Amazon. So, did anyone have any? Did anyone bring anything up this week that you felt I want to discuss that? I want
This
to bring
week?
that up.
Oh,
yeah. Or last year,
Oh.
or when you were a child,
No.
or your kids.
Nope. Is it good?
Got time, yeah. It's awesome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, hi. I'm Pamela Mulholland, transaction coordinator, and you are
Brianna, BH Photography.
And we are
This is
winging
the
it
third
weekly.
time we're starting.
It's the third time. Well, you know, with every cup of coffee, and then tonight, if you go out and you have a glass
gonna
of wine,
bother
then
me.
we're going to do it all over again.
We're crooked.
Right?
Okay.
Hey,
okay, So
Christopher.
what happened this week? I don't even know.
Well, I had some. Oh God.
What
Okay,
happened?
so real estate, everything for me. Everything's real estate for me, right? That's my
Most-
life. It's
yeah.
all I've known. It's what you know.
You need to scoot
and-
over. You're not in the. Sorry about
I
my
don't want to
legs.
pull a last week's situation where
Well,
we're sitting
I know,
like
but
this
we
here.
should be in it.
I had an agent, not one of my agents, call me on a new file, and go, she doesn't have a TC, and she says, can I ask you a question? I'm like, oh God, what's coming? And she said, is it important to have the earnest money deposit in escrow? Do you have to have the earnest money deposit in escrow, or can we go to the end without it until they bring their closing funds in? So that's one of those moments where I'm supposed to ask myself, do I have to give a serious answer? Or am I supposed
Is she licensed?
She's licensed. She was licensed, because I check all the agents on the file whenever I open a file to make sure they are licensed, because you'd be surprised.
Really?
And she was licensed. Huh. And that's those moments in life where I find it really hard
Was it
to
her
stay.
first transaction?
No, it was not her first transaction. And those are those moments where I'm left going, is there somebody I can call upon to ask them how I'm supposed to answer this question nicely, without turning around to the agent and going, you've got to be kidding me, right?
Sometimes you just gotta answer their question
Yes,
seriously and not be.
David Weldon wants to know what we're drinking. I am drinking. It's not an Irish coffee, David, before you say anything. It's Augie's coffee from. We're in Vale Ranch, Vale Terrace. No, not Vale Terrace, that's in Vista. Vale Ranch, Vale headquarters in Temecula.
So nice here.
I'm just drinking coffee,
I like our
and
spot.
Bree's drinking vodka and cranberry juice.
Cheers.
It's
5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. She's drinking vitamin water. Now, David, if you were willing to come down here and bring us something, I can't see the top of my head. Like, you seriously, can I see the top of my
Just
head?
have to shrink down.
I know, it's like really weird. So,
Well, So someone forgot their
I'm watching.
tripod today. Wasn't me.
he left already.
My-
It's Antonio. Antonio was supposed to bring it down. As
So
well as
we've
like,
got
"What's in
it
my hair,
propped
though?"
on my purse. Well,
I know, but it's like
no one needs your hair. Okay, here we go.
makes
I
my
just
face
I don't
look
want to adjust
fatter
it
when
too
you do
much and
that.
then my phone fall. There.
So, David, the answer, David, the answer is yes. You must deposit the earnest money. I know you'd have to deposit the earnest money.
Oh, thanks.
I know
Steven.
that. Thank you for.
Just in
Thank
case you didn't
Just
know.
in case I didn't know. Thank you,
Okay.
David. So, honestly, guys, part of the thing that we want to do here is have everybody be interactive and ask us questions. Your thumb.
My
what are you
friend-
doing with your thumb? Annie Taylor. Hey, Annie.
Hi, Annie.
Annie, ask a question.
Please.
Anything.
So
It doesn't-
Jason Ashmore asked a question a
Oh,
minute
Jason?
ago. I think you missed it.
I was probably too busy talking.
It was a
Wouldn't be
really
like me.
important one. And
What
I'm
was
going to
it?
give a little bit of backstory before I tell you
Free
what the
tonight? Is that
question...
is that- Oh,
No.
no. It wasn't that kind of...
No. Okay, I'm going to give the backstory and then I'll tell you his
Jason?
question because it's going to... No, it's not, it doesn't have to do with him. Okay, so one of my stories from this week...
Sorry, Jason. It's not about
Is
you
this-
right now.
To me... No.
It's about
not.
Bree.
Hope he's still watching because I'm going to answer it. Okay. So, one of my stories from this week, it's not really like you asked me, did something different or crazy happen? This is not different or crazy because it happens all the time with my 3-year-old.
Oh, God.
I find, oh God.
At least he's not in the fridge this time.
This could be a much longer story, but I'll keep it short. So I homeschool my older two, my 5 and 7-year-olds, and so I'm going back and forth
No, Christopher.
with them.
Coronavirus.
Oh
We'll
my
go
gosh,
back
we
to
were
that.
just talking about that.
Wait, we're getting to that, Christopher. Okay,
Yeah.
your 3-year-old. Sorry.
Oh man.
See,
Okay.
we're swinging it.
So I'm going back and forth, helping my kids with their school, and in the meantime, Oliver just ate. I mean, there's got to be an animal that does this. You like take it and put it here, and it goes right back here, and you take it, put it here, and it goes right back there.
Called My
That's
Son.
him. It's called My Son, and this here is the pantry. So he goes back to the pantry, put him back to the pantry, and then he starts hiding. I found him in the playroom. Actually, I didn't find him. The other kids did, because I was like, "Where's Ollie?" That's the most asked question in my house. Where's Oliver? And the kids are like,
Where's
"I
Wally?"
don't know." Yeah.
Right.
So I find him. He had gotten an ice cream out of the freezer.
Gotta love it.
It was all over his face, all over his hands, probably all over half the toys in there.
And the
Cleaned
walls.
him up again, put him back here, goes right back. I have a lock on the freezer. The lock on the fridge had broken off, and
Wow.
so put a new
You
one.
really go all out, don't you?
I've had to, yeah.
Wow. Can we put a lock on them?
I put a lock on the pantry
Love that.
like a year ago because he would go in there. Now he's gotten to the point where he'll go in. He stopped for a while, so I was letting it be open. And from unlocking it and locking it so many times, it's gotten worn out. So I got locked out of my pantry at one point, and I couldn't lock it anymore. So like Tuesday? It was a rough day. This is when it was all happening. And finally, I'm like, okay, I bought a handle with an actual key. And I'm like, well, just put it up to the side. No one can reach it. Of course, my kids have found a way to reach it. But he can't get it in and do it.
That's what she said.
So I thought I had it solved, right? But then it was still left open. And I'm pretty sure he has a stash of candy somewhere. So
No,
all of
really?
a sudden, I'm in the kitchen making dinner. About to pull my hair out that day. And I look over and I see the curtains moving. And they're open. So they're like bunched up here, bunched up there. And it's just moving. And I'm like, Ollie's in there. And I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing. So I walk over and I open it. He shows me his hand. I'm like,
Oh, God.
what's in your other hand? Nothing. And I'm like, ooh, this kid right now. But he's so cute the way he does
He is
it. I
cute.
can't be mad.
He is cute. He's a keeper.
So of course I start videoing, because that's what I do. And he all of a sudden just takes off running out of the kitchen, down the hall to his room, jumps in his bed, and I run after him because I knew he was going to hide it under a stuffed animal or something. He does that. And I run in there, and he's got it in his hand still, so I pried it open, I grab it out, and I just threw it in my mouth real fast.
I saw that.
And then,
it was
like,
taffy, wasn't it?
yeah, and then as I'm walking down the hall, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is disgusting.
Oh, no. Banana taffy.
Oh, it was
What's
banana
wrong with
flavored,
you?
and
It's
I-
so good.
So that's the question that Jason asked. He
got a
said,
splinter in my
what's up? Oh, that was
sorry.
a good
Got
one,
it.
too.
Yep, got it. Jason asked what?
He asked why I hate the banana flavor. I
Yeah,
don't.
what do you
I
have
don't
against
know
bananas?
Why. I think so. When I was a kid, my brother Nick, he loved runts, and he would.
Oh, I hate those. Those are
I
disgusting.
do too, especially the banana ones. But those were his favorite. So he,
Oh.
but I would try because I looked up to him so much. I would try and eat them too. But ever since then, I can't stand the taste of artificial banana.
I love
I like
banana
real
taffy.
bananas, but
no, not that though. But
See?
no, I love that.
I like more
Love
of like
banana taffy.
sour, fruity. type
Taffy's
stuff.
one of my favorite.
Taffy's so good.
Laffy Taffy, but real taffy. Oh, saltwater taffy. Anyway, David Weldon and Chris Affable
Banana's not the
have a
best.
question.
Okay, what's the question?
David says that he's mentoring a new agent, and as part of that, he's insisting that she not use a TC until she becomes proficient at coordinating her own transactions. Question: so would you work with her initially so that she knows what to do, then be a TC for her? If so, how? What the hell? Would you? Would I
So
work
will
with
you
her?
work for free?
Is that what you're? No, no. Would
We
I?
just discussed that.
Is that what you meant, David? Would I work with her so that she knows what to do, and then be a TC for her? If so, how? Is that what you meant?
I think so.
Is that what you meant? If would I?
I think he wants some tips
Splinter.
to give her.
if
I thought you got it out.
I know, but it's I didn't get it all that. I didn't get all that. I got a splinter off the seat. Would I work with her? Do you mean let her shadow me or show her what to do? Or I'm not understanding what you mean, David. I need you to elaborate, because I'm not sure when you're saying if would you work with her, if you're meaning me or just people in general. Meaning you as a broker or an agent, I'm not quite sure, but I know
We'll
you're going to
revisit that.
and then Chris Affable.
Oh, look at this. Jason has something. He says that every new agent should do their first 3 transactions
Yes.
without a TC to learn the process. I
Yes,
agree. I think
I
that
agree.
would be super helpful.
I agree, Jason.
Because then you don't
wholeheartedly.
have questions like, do they need to do their
Bring the
earnest money
EMD in.
deposit? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Because they know they've done it.
No, I agree. I do agree, Jason. I do. And then Chris,
Stay-
who was here, who was at our mastermind
People ask me that
last
a lot.
night. How do you stay calm?
Yeah.
How did
We
you
just
stay
became
calm?
friends on Facebook.
Oh, how did you stay calm? How did you stay calm
I
with
just,
Ollie?
like you, I find the humor in things.
Yeah. it's
So
funny to
I
me.
thought it was funny that, like, obviously he knows it's wrong, and I do discipline my kids when needed. But I find the humor in it, and it doesn't.
Well, what's he doing? I mean, what is he doing at the end of the day? He's grabbing
He's being a
candy because he wants
3-year-old.
candy. I do that, and I'm 21. Right?
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
21. I was going to say my age, and I went, oh!
Yeah, I caught
But
yourself.
I hide candy so that my kids don't see me eating it. So he's 3 years old. What are you supposed to do? Get mad at him for
I
stealing
know.
candy?
And then it was even funnier to me
It's not
that
a big deal.
I ate it thinking, oh, that's going to be funny, right? Because,
I
oh
thought
my
it was
God,
hilarious. I watched you do it. You just
Oh, I
shoved the
know.
whole thing in your mouth. I watched it online.
But
You
then
shoved
it
in
was
your
something
mouth.
that,
It's
like, it was a
hilarious.
flavor that I despise. So
but it
that
was-
even that was funny.
Yeah,
I
it
just,
looked like the.
I
What does
find
that say?
humor
The
in-
joke's on you.
yeah.
You're like,
The
ha
joke
ha,
was
Ollie, I'm
on
going to
me.
sip your candy, and then what?
Oh, gross.
It's like eating vomit jelly beans. You know the.
He ended up coming
those-
right after I. Oh, gross. Yeah.
That's like that. It's like
Bean
you,
boozled.
Bean boozled. Like
My
you love.
daughter
I love
loves that
jelly beans, but you stick that in your mouth. It's not so funny, is it?
No.
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 Not
My
so
daughter
much.
thinks it's funny. She's an odd. Yes, you do choose your battles
yeah.
for sure.
I admire how you didn't let the. Chris says he admires how I didn't let the agent get the best of you.
Who, David?
Me? What agent?
I think David.
No,
Oh, different agent.
Chris.
I don't know.
No, Chris from last night. Chris that was there last
he
night.
didn't let this agent get the best of me. I don't know.
I admire how you didn't let the agent get the best of you. Oh, the one with the one with the earnest money deposit.
Oh.
No, I mean, I don't get rattled. No, that's not true actually. No.
It takes me a
Retract.
while to get rattled, but once I am,
Yeah. If I come off my medication, it's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. You think I'm kidding, right?
no, me too. If you ever see me go dark on social media, that's
Yeah.
why.
It's like ran out, prescriptions ran out.
If you got, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
so let's
Bambi
talk
taught
about
me that, right? I mean, come on.
Bambi?
Bambi, yeah. You don't
Bambi
remember
said
that? No, I think it was Thumper.
Let's face
Someone
it.
did.
You were closer to reading Bambi than I am at my point in my
Oh, I
life.
never
It was
read
a lot more recent
was
for
the
you than it
movie.
was for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot more recent.
But I thought you were only 21.
Well, you're only 15, so we're flying. We're doing great. So let's.
Okay.
I know we weren't sure. Oh, the EMD agent. Yes, Chris. Breeze Kids cuteness overcomes anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, David, if I answer. I don't even know actually if David's still on here.
Depends
as
on what they
to
did, actually.
Whether. Yeah, there's always that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just too much, and
So we went. So let's look at this. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing it? Because we've always wanted to do it. We talked about that before we went live on camera. We've always wanted to do a live.
To be on video.
It's important to be on video.
any way.
But why are we doing this whole setup? Why are we doing the Winging It Weekly specifically, talking about nothing, about everything?
I think for me, it kind of comes down to just wanting to be a positive influence and kind of an inspiration, and not to come off in like that way, but to other people, you know, that are struggling or are a new single parent or are just starting out in their business, you know, just to see
Right.
that it's possible, and you know, the things that you encounter are overcomeable.
Right, and it's that you can do it, that you can just literally get out there and do it, that it doesn't have to be this
It's all a
specific
mindset.
perfect format. It can just be about anything. The whole point is no advertising, or some advertising is better than no advertising at all, or some marketing is better than no marketing at all. And people look in at all of our lives and think, oh, they are so perfect, their lives are so perfect, they're always happy all the time, they're always smiling all the time, and that's not true. We have so much going on that we're still real, and people forget that we actually are real people that have real challenges, I should say. So for me, I'm doing this because I've always wanted to do a live. I've always wanted to do like the whole YouTube thing. We have a YouTube, we post these videos on YouTube, and just something to, I look forward to it. It makes me, we talked about this at our mastermind group, that we do a mastermind every other Thursday called Keeping It Real Estate. And
I'm not trying to distract you, I was just reading your notes.
Oh, that's my notes.
I like it.
It's just a couple things. And that's what we talked about. It's like, we're looking forward to Friday. We're looking forward to going. Yeah, we have some competition about this time right now, though, don't we?
No.
Antonio.
It's not competition.
It's not competition. We're kidding.
Yeah.
But the reason I'm bringing up about why are we doing this is because I told you about a post last week.
Yeah, you did.
I told you about a post. I'm not going to say who. I'm not going to say the details of it. I'm just going to say that it seemed that it was directed at you and I.
Yeah.
Doing our
I would
thing.
think so.
And we may have been referred to as something that rhymes with witches. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. Yeah.
Thank you.
So we may have been referred to as that we were on here doing nothing. And
maybe we are.
Maybe
it does nothing for you guys, but it does something for us.
I look forward to it. It makes me happy on a Friday.
It does. And I have had more people tell me that they love this.
Absolutely.
Than anything. That's the first negative comment we've had.
It's the only negative comment
and it's going to happen.
Yep.
But the way I view like people that say things like that is they are so unhappy in their own life that they want to find the negativity in something like this instead of being happy for us being happy, for us trying to just, get through life. It doesn't matter how people are getting through life as long as you're not out there doing something awful and illegal.
Yeah.
Let them be, you know?
It's absolutely true that was my reason for bringing it up. It was to say that it doesn't matter what other people think about you or what you're doing, is if you're out there doing it and you're having fun doing it and you're not harming people and you're laughing and you're trying to make other people laugh and you're getting good feedback on it.
Even if we're laughing at each other.
Which we do a lot. That even if you're going to get negativity along the way with your work, with what you do with your work, or this, or that, or the other thing, it's like it just doesn't matter.
Do you know how many?
I just laugh when I read it. I'm like, really? Come on, seriously? Why don't you just tag us? So we know it's us. Give us some advertising here.
Thank you.
Right?
Yeah, but I think it happens a lot in real estate too. People judge without knowing the person, and I know personally there have been some pretty interesting rumors that have gone around, and at first it really hurt, but then I thought, I'll tell you later.
Okay. I thought you meant recently.
There was one recent. I did hear someone thought that I was just this single woman and I wanted to have kids, so I went and had
you told me about this one.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, well, that's creative. I never would. I don't think that I wouldn't change being a single mother at all. This has been the last 10 years of my life. I have grown so much because of everything that's happened, and it's been hard, but I'm very proud of who I've become and who I'm going to become, and I wouldn't be here without all those struggles. So
that's what's made us. Doesn't mean that it's easy though. It doesn't mean that I enjoy every day doing it, but
I wouldn't 10 years ago, if you would have said, Bree, you're gonna have 3 kids and you're gonna be alone for every pregnancy, you're gonna be alone through the newborn years, you're gonna be alone dealing with life and building a business, I would have been like, no thanks, I'm gonna go to college, you know. But I didn't, and because I chose to have my children, I'm here, and I am like
Well, do you think-
so grateful.
And if you had gone down the path that you thought you were going to go down, who's to say you would be a photographer with a really great company right now?
No, I wouldn't.
Your own
I would
company,
have
I mean.
never thought.
Yeah.
The first time a real estate broker asked me to photograph a listing, I literally said, "Why? Why would I take pictures of a house? I don't get it." Because I didn't even know real
Right.
estate at the time, and this was 8 years ago. But then I did it, and I was like, "Wow, this is actually
Fun.
pretty cool." And I found out
You're
that
actually really good at it.
I found out, like, I always had this desire to be an architect or, an interior designer, and I'm not doing that, but I'm seeing it all, and I'm photographing
you're
it all.
seeing
Like,
it.
the homes that I've seen, it's all different. Even if it's the same floor plan that I've shot 1,000 times, it's different
It's
decor.
different.
It's different
And you're
people that I'm meeting. Like,
And you're taking a house, you're going into some of these homes that you walk in through the door and you go, oh my
Yeah.
God, how the heck am I going to make this look good? And you make it look good.
just
You make it because you're
move
creative.
stuff, change
well, but
your
it's
angle.
not just it's that.
And that's the same
but
thing
it's not
with
just
life.
that. It's your editing abilities and what you do. Yeah, no, right. That's so true.
It
That
is
so true.
Sometimes you have to move things around in your life and look at it a different way.
That's
and
true.
then it's pretty.
That's true. So our lives are not simple. Our lives are
Right.
not easy. They are not full of smiles, laughter, and joy. But we're very like-minded friends that we find the laughter. Like, I seriously find laughter in such stupid moments that I want to sit down sometimes. Honestly, I want to sit in a corner and cry like a 2-year-old.
But you just laugh.
But I can't. So
I laugh
just
hysterically sometimes, and it turns
so
into tears.
Stupid. Yeah, it's so
But-
crazy. It's so crazy, the things that we laugh about.
Maybe it's not healthy, but we're making it work.
Well, sometimes it's either that or hang my children by their toenails from the banisters.
Okay, you and hanging kids, calm down.
Oh yeah, back to the hanging kids
Every-
thing again. We talk about that, hanging the trees, and we talked about that last week. How you found a doll hanging by its neck in a barn at a property.
That was really
Let's
creepy.
talk about you photographing a house at the border, the Mexican
Oh,
border.
that was super cool. So Jonathan Jackson, I don't know if he's hopped on here or not, but he hired me to shoot a house. He's like, I don't even know if you go there, which, by the way, I'll go anywhere. I do charge travel depending on where, but I was like, yeah, no problem. And it worked out good. So I shot a house in Carlsbad. I did some video, like promo video in Gaslamp, and then I headed out to Campo, which, if you guys are familiar with San Diego County or the border, you know.
Yes.
But if you're not, you go all the way down to the 94, which is pretty far south, and then you just head east. But as you head east, it brings you closer and closer and closer to Mexico. Well, this particular property, I shot one in Potrero last year, and I thought it was so cool that I could see the wall from the property. I was like, that's cool. But this one, they had 40 acres. They had 3 houses
Did
on
you
it.
touch the wall?
So I'll end up
Amazing.
sharing some photos just because I think it's really cool. And the ranch hand met me there. He's probably early 60s. So nice. At
Single?
first, like, I mean,
That's an irrelevant comment, right? Welcome to my world.
he was very interesting, and I couldn't tell at first if he was drunk or if he was just like a goofy older man. I still don't know. He was there
get accused of
alone,
that.
so the homeowners had already. Yeah, you do.
I do. I get accused of that.
So the homeowners had moved out, and it's just him taking care of this property. And he's like, I can't believe they sent this pretty young thing. And he's calling the guy, you owe me dinner, and you owe both of us dinner. But he's just so funny. And honestly, by the end of the photo shoot, my day was made. I had
Just
the
because of
longest
him?
day. I started driving at 8:30 a.m. and I didn't get, home until 8 o'clock at night.
That was one shoot?
So it was 12 hours of driving and shooting. No, 3 houses. Oh, no. Sorry. A house. I did video and headshots for an office in Gaslamp.
Oh, okay.
And then I headed out there. So this property, 40 acres, 3 houses on it. Do you want to know how much it's going for? Wait, this is what the ranch hand said.
do you
So
see that
Jonathan, if
blank
you're here.
look?
Yeah.
Not,
I mean, we'll just take like a wild guess. What do you think?
how many houses on it?
3.
3 houses on it and 40 acres.
40 acres. Any guesses
I
from
don't
you guys?
know. Any guesses on
I
there?
might revisit this topic
I-
if we get some guesses.
Was it below $1 million? Oh, see, no, because
So-
if I guess some stupid price, people watching are gonna go, oh,
Okay,
she's so
so this
stupid.
is the property, right? You drive in. They have a sign. I sent it in our group chat.
Mhm.
was funny. So a sign, American flag, and then over here there's a house. You go up this way, there's a bigger house, and then you go up a little bit further, and it's like a trailer, but it's a house.
Like 450?
Bedroom. Oh, that's it, exactly.
450?
Yeah,
are you serious?
Yes. You hit it right on.
I nailed it. Wow, I think I deserve a brownie button for that.
I was blown away. Okay, so the really
wow.
Okay, they had a vineyard. They have fruit trees everywhere. 8.5, right? I was thinking
Wow.
at least $1 million, but no, 450.
450,000.
Yeah. So
Wow. You should just all move down there.
okay, so I did drone, and while I was doing that, he says, "Well, I hope no one shoots it out of the sky." I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Oh, you're
he
kidding
said,
me?
No, and people have threatened me before, honestly.
To shoot your drone out of the sky?
Yes, I had a guy.
Why?
I
For
was
fun?
shooting land here, and this guy came out and yelled at the agent and I, saying he was going to shoot it down. We're like,
Why?
You can't even see your property in the
Oh,
angles.
that means he was covered. He was trying to hide something. He probably had like something growing in the backyard.
It's a very nice
That's
house over there. I did see it. Okay,
Oh,
so let me
well,
get back to my
still,
story.
though. Okay.
So I asked him. I was like, "Does the property
Joanna.
go?" Because you see that the house is right, and then there's like a kind of a mountain, big hill that comes up, and the wall is just right there. And I said, does the property go up to the wall? And he said it actually goes beyond the wall. So they built the wall through their property because of the rocks and the boulders that were in the way.
Oh.
Interesting, right?
So does that mean? No, never mind.
That means, I guess, part of it is Mexico.
So that means if somebody.
I don't think that land
Comes
would really
over.
count, though, because you got to go like all the way around to get in there, right?
Yeah, but if anybody comes over that, sets foot on there, is that called trespassing? You
Okay,
can shoot
so
them? Is that what? That's a little like.
I don't remember the exact foot,
that's
but the wall is
interesting.
really tall. I want to say like close to 20 feet. And then on top of that, they have a 6-foot
Yes, Chris,
barbed
450.
wire, another 6 feet of barbed wire on top of it. And I asked him, I was like, "Do you guys ever have issues?" Because that would scare me, especially because when you go out there, you're in the middle of nowhere.
I grew up in Ireland, so
Oh,
in the Troubles.
I don't know. I just it
So
scares
that's
me.
like barbed wire on the top of poles. It's like, it's like that's what I grew up in. Yeah,
I didn't know it was like that there.
yeah, it's terrorist. It was terrorist growing up in the 70s and 80s. I didn't. Well, I was born in the 70s. Let's not get too excited here. Not saying which end of the 70s I was born in, but
Probably
Yeah.
the latter.
yeah, definitely. There was something I had on here really quickly. I know you have to go.
I do. I have a photo shoot.
I don't know what it
I have a
was.
few actually.
You have a few photo shoots.
Busy.
That's good. I don't know what I was
It
going to
is
say.
good.
One thing I wanted to talk about is just going to take too long, and the conversation's going to be too long, so we're not going to do it.
Okay,
But-
one thing I did want to mention before we go is next week after our Winging It Weekly,
So excited about that.
we had
Chris Affable wants to know how much we charge for our services. Chris, Bree's pricing is so dependent on the property, so you need to
tract
talk to
homes
her
are all
about
the
that.
same, but then outside of that,
Yeah, so it just depends.
travel and size does change.
Mine depends on the county.
I'll send you my price sheet
Yeah, well, I'll touch
and all the
base with you on
services I
that, Chris.
offer.
For
Because you
sure.
know what I've realized lately is people don't know all the services that I offer. They think I just take photos, and that's not true.
I just TC. I don't offer any. I do a lot. I do a lot for my
Anyways,
TCing, but it's just TCing. But anyway, next
talk about
Friday
this.
we got approached by another
Mike Sheehan.
by Mike Sheehan at Garage. Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry. Mike
Garage
Sheehan.
something PC.
It's a podcast. And it's called Garage. Oh, I can't believe it.
We'll
I'm
post
so
it in the
sorry. We'll
comments.
post it anyway. And he contacted us, and he wants us to go on to his podcast. And he's been watching us and wants to know why we do what we do, what made us start this, and to just chat on his podcast
gonna
about
be interviewed.
his stuff as well. So we're going to be interviewed. We have to go to
gonna be fun.
Canyon Lake.
Yeah.
We have to go to Canyon Lake for that.
So he actually
Yeah.
films it because of the name. He said he wanted to stick and stay true to it. He does film it in his garage at his house.
Well, do you know what's really cool? Does anyone out there
Excited.
remember the TV show that the guy did? He was his character was kind of creepy, eerie, but he
Great.
did, but it was cool. It was all part of the character.
Yeah.
And he did a podcast in his garage. and that was the show. It wasn't a reality
Mike?
show. It wasn't a reality show. It was like that
70s show. That's
like
basically
just
based in a basement.
and that's what this one was. And I loved it, and then it went off the air. So if anyone knows what that's called, I would sure love to go back and start watching that again. But that was a garage door, and it was a podcast he did. It was a podcast, but I bet you Mike knows about it. I'll ask him about that next week. But yeah, so we're really excited that
it'll be
Mike's
fun.
going to have us on.
So catch us at 10:30 next Friday.
which we may
on
be
Winging It
doing
Weekly.
it in the car. We may
We
be
might.
winging it weekly in the car next week because we have to be at Canyon Lake for 11:30. So actually, it's not.
That'll be fun.
We are going to be winging it.
So
in the
you're
car.
going to have to wing
Yeah.
it, and I'll
You're going to
keep
drive.
my eyes on the road.
I'm going to hold the phone, and we're going to be doing So we're going to be winging it in the car. So we're going mobile, literally.
Winging
We're
It Weekly
going-
mobile.
We are doing a mobile Winging It Weekly next Friday at 10:30.
We might even
So-
be able to continue it when we get there. Right?
That's true.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, we can. We can continue a little bit and interview Mike.
We could even
Briefly.
stay live while we're doing that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. So we
Okay.
just decided we're gonna do the podcast live as well. Mike, I hope you're okay with that. But anyway, thank you everybody for Hey Mervyn, another school friend from Ireland.
Aw.
Thank you everyone for watching us do nothing and talk about everything.
Two witches doing nothing.
Two witches.
Winging it.
Talking about nothing with no viewers, but yet, well, say no more. Anyway, we love it. We want you guys to be on here next week and ask questions. Please ask questions. It doesn't matter what it's about. It could be about a mole on the end of your nose. It could be about real estate. It could be about taking photographs. It could be about hairy experiences you've had in life and you want to hear our take on it if you want. But
That would
that's what
actually
we want.
be fun. My stories are old.
Yeah,
Yours are pretty cool.
No, mine are pretty cool. Mine are just stupid. But stupid's funny,
Yeah.
right? Sometimes. But we want to hear everybody's stories. We want to hear about different things. I have actually some stories right now, but I'm not going to go into that because it's about a friend and it's really funny, but we'll just skip over that. And I'm not going to talk about my button phobia either. I have a button phobia.
You have a button phobia?
I have a really bad phobia for buttons. It's actually a real thing. A really bad.
So you just don't like doing them?
No, nothing I wear has
You won't
buttons on
touch
it.
them?
Except my jeans. No.
How do you...
My kids' clothes, none of them have buttons on them, except their jeans. And then those little expander things on the waistband of their jeans?
They're definitely
There's the button on the
inconvenient,
inside.
but- oh, I hate those.
I can't touch the button,
Ugh.
so I have to finagle it so that I'm pushing the button through the hole of the elastic band
I'm gonna have to
without
Google this.
touching it's called begins with K-O-U-R, some phobia. And there's two different kinds. You're either afraid of the button, the texture of the button, or you're afraid of the button. And I have both. I'm afraid of the button. I'm actually afraid of the button.
What's it going to do to you?
I came through a button. My 11-year-old son, went to a skate park about a year and a half ago. He found a button and it was about so big, and he picked it and he ran around the skate park like this here, chasing me with it, and I started freaking out.
That's
and then
so
he took it and he threw it at me,
So,
and I started screaming, and he jumped into the basin. I don't know what it's called at the skate park, and he dropped about 15 feet. He literally just turned around and jumped, laughing his backside off.
Oh my
And I
God.
was screaming like a 2-year-old. Keep going back to 2. Yeah, it is actually, honestly, it's actually a real thing.
so what is that material?
Steve
like a
Jobs had a
crushed-
button phobia too, by the way. Steve Jobs has a button
I
phobia.
thought it was Jobs.
Jobs, what did I say?
Jobs, tomato,
Jobs.
tomato. So my friend...
Rest in peace.
Oh, I know. Okay, so my friend has something very similar, but it's like crushed velvet or like that velour,
Mm-hmm.
that velour type material. I used to have this purse when we were like 18, 19 years old, and sorry, Maddie, this is probably traumatizing to you still. I would just have it, and I'd brush up against her or something because it's a purse. I don't, you're not thinking about that. She would freak out. She couldn't touch it. She couldn't be near it. And if I asked her to get something out of it or something, she's like, "Are you kidding me?" So I
And is
don't
it the
have
fabric
the
or
purse
just
anymore.
that purse?
No, it's the fabric. So
It's the
if it was
fabric
a
in
shirt
all?
or a jacket or a dress,
Wow.
which I just got a dress yesterday, and it's that material, and I thought about her. So, Maddie, I'll try not to
Yeah.
wear it around you.
I remember.
It's gonna be easy because she moved to Georgia.
I should have to worry
She's
about it
my
now.
best friend, yeah. So I'm still a little bitter.
You're bitter about that? Well,
Okay.
you have to go. You have to
I know.
go.
I do have
Okay,
to
guys,
go.
we really seriously have to. We seriously have to get. the hell?
You're leaving.
We have to get off. We have to go. But thank you so much. And I'm Pam, transaction coordinator, and
Bree Hunter, BH Photography.
we are Winging It Weekly. Bye.
Bye.